Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to try take on Maexxna in a semi-legitimate way. Instead of Naxxramas, who is not even in this deck, we are going to be clearing her board with awesome Druid Battlecry minions like Keeper of the Grove and Ancient of Lore, and then some special fun Baron Geddon Black Knights to just keep whumping things. So good for taking out scary stuff. That's good for heal. Good early game. So I'm gonna stop my strategy of trying to take these guys out and fill the board quickly, because I need to worry more, I think, about Crazed Alchemist can be good, about just dealing with like the actual scary things. I guess we may as well kill that. Baron Geddon, I like. Take another 2 damage. Haunted Creeper, I'm guessing. Ooh, coin. Either Stoneskin Gargoyle or Shade of Naxxramas. That's quite fine. 1 attack things. Do not scare me too much. Black Knights, in case we see Sludge Belchers. Get to just destroy. Basically, we one-shot any taunt for the rest of the game. Very nice. 1 attack things. What's unfortunate is that my Crazed Alchemist is only 2 health. So it would in fact die to Baron Geddon, and is necessary for kind of killing these guys. I guess I could Crazed Alchemist Wrath if there's nothing super scary. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I do that?
I must safeguard them.
Gonna keep silencing him. And take 6 per turn. Please be something 1 attack and not a sea giant. That was from the web spinner I killed. Next turn we're gonna Baron Geddon. So I only need to get it down to down by 3. Gonna take 8 damage. Maybe I should heal. This is going to be pretty ridiculous. Take 7 more damage. Not going to be dead yet, but it's getting scary. Gonna be very close to death, as always. Gonna do 2 damage to myself, and she has 1 attack. Maybe I just swipe. Because at least I can do some healing. Okay, now time to see scarier stuff. End of my Ancient of Lore, which would be nice. 2, 4, 6, I can kill that. with my Force of Nature. Which will bounce that back. And I can heal. And I do declare I have some stability and a card advantage. There we go. Okay. Okay, I shouldn't jinx it. Well, there's still Sea Giant to worry about. I do not have my big game hunter yet to answer that. Whoa! Easy. Easy. Force of Nature. I can silence one at least. I can also... And this survives. But this is just more health. Bye-bye, Shades! Meet Baron Geddon, who is gonna wipe those out too. And keep doing it. Oh, there's some incentive not to. I think I silenced that first. And that, yes. Quite like that. Quite like that indeed. Also, Baron Geddon, yeah. I'm going to take this out so that those spectral spiders die next turn. And she's super low on cards now. We just need to survive. Okay. I don't have my Argent Commander. I can Crazed Alchemist it to 4. Do 2 damage. It's a bummer. I can silence it. Wait, I can kill these and heal for 3. Crazed Alchemist it and bite it. Is that better? Crazed Alchemist, bite. That's 6 mana. I think I just need clearance. Fortunately, the Earthen Ring Farseer does not die to Baron Geddon, so I still get it back. I can bite that anyway now without the Crazed Alchemist. I'm going to take 8 damage from it effectively. Just don't play something super scary. Playing nothing. That is what I like to see quite a lot. Okay. Sea Giant, I think, is the only thing that can really fuck me up now. That, what do I do with that? That was easy. So what I'm doing here, I can heal for 8, even though it can only do 5 damage. And I want to take advantage of its Death Rattle to hit it when something is out, like that. Now, I really need my fucking big game, because I know I'm not going to have a good way to deal with that. So I swipe, then I can 4 and 5 it at least. I know I'll be able to do... That'll be at 4 health. I think I have to, because I know my big game hunter. How else am I going to deal with this? I could just hit that, but it's going to come out next turn. And I just do not have a way to deal with it. You swipe it, then Crazed Alchemist it. I just have my big game hunter. Both of them are in the bottom 12 cards of my deck. What? No. No. Okay, well I can bounce it for another turn at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Marco Wild would combo so well with Black Knight, but I don't have it in here. 4, 8. Play Crazed Alchemist.
I must safeguard the
Just to start getting some minions out. It's gonna come out next turn. What's my plan? I think that means I don't know what my plan is. Something's getting necrotic poisons. Probably that guy. Oh, shouldn't use it. Okay. Gives me a hope. I can... Yeah, okay. That worked out well, because now I can actually deal with it. 4 and 4 is 8. 4 and 3 is 7 even. And I don't have another 2-mana away though. Can kill both with Baron Geddon and a Wrath. I like that because I need to burn a card. I may as well kill this guy while I'm at it.
Feel nature's wrath.
What beast does she get? I've run her pretty low on cards. But not enough. Okay. Those are manageable. And I think you know just how. There's my big game. Okay. Now that both of them are gone. Baron Geddon chipping away at her health, strangely enough. Ah, I silence it then, Baron Geddon. I can't do both in the same turn. So I just heal, I think.
I must safeguard
Keeper of the Grove is amazing for repeated usage. Want to deal 2 damage to something? Well, then again, I have Baron Geddon, which is deal 2 damage to everything. You're not scaring me.
I must safeguard
I think this is more valuable than restoring 3 health. Oh, whoops, I'm gonna start burning cards now. I'm feeling good. Black Knight time. Gonna, instead of using Keeper of the Grove for a nice free kill, we're gonna armor up a little and burn a card, or use a card so we don't burn our next card that we draw. Are we gonna fatigue her? Is that what's happening here? I think we silence that and go for face. And they're...
I must safeguard
I don't think we really care if we burn things. I can start trying to play minions to overwhelm her. 1 damage, we just go for face. Down to 25 she goes. Baron Geddon can clean up. Keeper of the Grove can clean up. What am I? Yeah, Baron Geddon. Druid Doctor I don't really care about. This is fun. Baron Geddon is just so freaking good in this matchup. Fatigue time soon.
My hand is too full.
Let's try to kill that. Probably Argent. Longer. Could have gone crazed this and played something else. I think that would have actually been better. Yeah, I think now we're gonna start just trying to play things. Well, I risk not getting back my charger. Maybe that was a mistake, because I'm sure she has a couple more necrotic poisons. Okay, I got back the 2 I wanted. That was lucky. Yeah, that was quite lucky. Low on cards. So now do what I just said. Start playing our cards out. Time. Start getting an actual board. Down to 3 cards. That's one of the scarier ones. I can Crazed Alchemist it. Can naturalize it. After silencing it. I like that. Because it's going to cause her to overdraw and start taking fatigue damage sooner. I lost my Earthen Ring. And my Voodoo. I'm planning on healing. Three and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not gonna burn anything just yet. Okay, what's your last card, Maexxna? Do your worst. Think I can handle whatever you got. Black Knight Claw. I got this. Definitely gonna out fatigue her. Now I want to try to play as many minions as possible. One, 2, 3 is, well, the most I can do, yeah, is that, I think.
I must safeguard them. Love my new recipe.
I'm gonna start keeping some out. Not that really matters. Well, she just took 4, so she's gonna take 5, so we win.
I must safeguard them. To Northrend! Victory!
Down she goes. That was more fun than the Naxxramas cheese way. We didn't use that much healing. But it's a difficult deck to pull off. It's hard to survive the easy game to the point where you can get ahead. And you need to kind of draw the right cards. Though we did well to survive against the Sea Giants without our big game hunters. So here is the deck. Clearance Druid. The cards that make it really fun are Keeper of the Grove, getting to reuse that, Baron Geddon. Black Knight is basically just in there for the sludge belchers, but how can you turn down the thought of being able to just destroy a taunt for free every single turn once you draw it? Anyway, Claw is good for just removing early problematic things like Direwolf Alpha or the slime that the Sludge Belcher leaves behind to combo with Black Knight. Naturalize is kind of an emergency card for your Sea Giant if you don't have your big game hunter yet, or just to help accelerate her draw if you know she's getting to fatigue. Or just an emergency to remove something tricky like an Anabar Ambusher. There's just one of it in there. Voodoo Doctor is pretty well-known standard against Maexxna, good for healing for an extra mana with your leftover mana points each turn. Wrath, again, for clearing out things like Shades of Naxxramas and Direwolf Alphas. Crazed Alchemist, mostly in there to help deal with Spectral Knights, because they are at 4-6, which is a tricky health to deal with. So you can combine it with an Argent Commander is kind of your default way to kill one of those. Other things you can do are like we saw in this game, if you can silence it with your Keeper of the Grove, then you can do things like Naturalize or Starfall. Or sorry, not Starfall, but if you Crazed Alchemist it as well, Starfall. Healing Touch, just to buy you more life. You are going to be low from the early game where it's difficult to stabilize. Big Game Hunter for the Sea Giants. Healing. Bite is nice because there are 4 health things which you want to take out in one shot, like Stone Skin Gargoyle, Shade of Naxxramas, and it's 4 attack and 4 armor, so it can also just be like healing in a pinch. Swipe is one of your best removal cards. We also have Starfall, because the goal of this deck is to clear her board, so you need a lot of AoE, what can you say? And then the ultimate is Baron, which is a Starfall every single turn once you get to him. The only downside is it does you 2 damage too, and you need to be a little careful not to play it like with a Voodoo Doctor, because that'll get killed by it. You can play it with an ERF, because that has 3 health so it won't die. Keeper of the Grove is like one of the most fun things to have in this deck, and the reason to play it. You can either silence something or deal 2 damage every single turn once you get one in your hand. Starfall for AoE, or just like pinching an Anabar Ambusher directly, or helping with a Sea Giant like we saw. Force of Nature is in here, not for burst, there aren't Savage Roars to combo it with, but just for removal. Like, it's very versatile. You can kill something with 6 health, you can kill 3 things with 2 health. It's really good for removal. That's why I love double Force of Nature in a meta where there's lots of Zoo as well. By the way, Keeper of the Grove is so good for eggs, Nerubian eggs. Argent Commander, you need at least something with charge. It helps kill minions in a pinch or just do damage to her face eventually, given you're not running Alexstrasza. The Black Knight is really fun. You don't need it in this deck. There are only 2 targets really, the Sludge Belchers, but it's just the concept is so fun. Ancient of Lore is a great healing card. It's pretty much the best minion that heals you in the game outside of Guardian of Kings, which is in our Paladin common only deck against Maexxna. You're seldom going to use it to draw 2 cards since you're probably going to be burning cards. Baron really fucking fun in this deck. Really helpful. You don't absolutely need it. I think it's very useful, I won't lie, but you can win without it if you don't have the legendary, because you do have double Starfall, double Swipe, and once you have your Keeper of the Grove, and have whittled her down to not have many cards in her hand, you keep playing Keeper of the Grove to deal 2 damage to specific things. So that's the Clearance Druid deck, taking down Maexxna in heroic mode.